mic failed. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the I'm Just Saying show. We tell y'all about these background conversations. There's always something serious going on over here.
For real.
Don't ask me why I'm holding this like this. It's okay. It's okay. We are here. I also wanted to tell you before we went to break, I forgot to talk about Mr. Sean Connery, who has done everything, everything. He's been in every single type of movie we can think of. He died at 90 years old. I had absolutely no idea that he was that old.
I didn't know he was 90 either.
I knew he was that old.
That's really old.
I'm glad that you made it, man. Because sometimes they be living them lifestyles. And
but he was one of those people that like literally aged gracefully. He really did.
And that's why I didn't know he was that old. Because he was still looking, when I saw him last.
Yeah, he really did.
But anyway, talking about people and keeping things up, we are here with Mr. Taylor to You, Marcus Milburn. Welcome to the I'm Just Saying show.
Welcome.
All righty. So, ladies and gentlemen, we know COVID-19 is raging and wild. And I'm going to need y'all to be clean, right? So I wanted to share one of my secrets with you guys. One of the ways that I keep my house clean, because the kids are there, because, we're working from home. Everybody is going through all these changes that they are not used to. It gets hard to keep that house clean when someone is there 24/7. Not only your house, but your workplace. You do commercial and home cleaning. So, Marcus, tell us a little bit about your business.
Well, actually, my business is a result of COVID-19.
Yes. So we're going to say that as well.
Yeah, it is. I worked in hospitality for 31 years with Sheraton and Marriott hotels.
Okay, go Marriott.
I actually had left my job in January because I wanted to do something different.
Yeah.
So I thought initially I was going to do something, travel related, because that's where my background was. And I was gearing up for that. And then COVID came in and said, not so.
Right.
So
you can't go anywhere.
So I really had to reimagine what I was going to do from that point. And cleaning is something that I find therapeutic, and it's something that I enjoy. So, just thinking the impact that had for me, like coming home to a clean house. One thing, how can
it
I
makes
maybe
you
bring
feel
this,
so much better to walk through the door and have that good aroma. I told you I like bleach. So.
I love the smell of bleach.
Yeah, but how could I, do this and provide the same experience for somebody else? So, that's how we kind of came about with the cleaning service.
Okay.
And coming from the service industry, I like taking care of people. So that's kind of like an extension of my natural gift. Anyway.
I know that name tailored to you, because somebody can go through and pick out the exact pieces that they know are their hard pieces and walk through with Marcus, and he tells you about everything and what you should do with this and gives you tips and things like this. So I just felt like it was something I needed to share with you guys because it's real hard mentally right now. Just keeping up with things. I know that y'all think that apartments can't get cleaned and this, that, and the other. That is not the truth. All you have to do is find somebody who is willing to work in your price range and get it done, because it will help you mentally, if you will. It'll put you in a better headspace.
It's true. And,
so I wanted to also ask you about, starting a business and kind of shifting through COVID, because it's been real serious out here for people. People have, some people have not returned to work.
True.
They're still, living off the little pennies that they're giving you for the unemployment and not being able to pay these bills. When you pushed yourself into that business mind frame of not relying on other people, what was one of the hardest parts for you, and how did you kind of resolve that?
One of the hardest parts of not relying on other people was just that, it's on you now,
Very true.
So for me, I worked in sales for those places. So, I used to get up every day and go hustle for somebody else,
right,
to make somebody else rich. So, I just kind of had to transfer that to say, now I'm got to get out here and do it for me. If I can do it for them, I got to do it. So it's just kind of switching my motivation and my goal, from relying on, because sometimes, just be honest, when you attach to these corporate jobs, one week you may not feel like, you may not have to do your, come on,
I'm gonna put that off till next week.
You're right.
But get done by the end of the month.
Your paycheck gonna be the same, but now, you gonna, what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. So, just kind of have to switch your hustle mindset.
All right. Switch up your hustle.
And also being an entrepreneur, you have to have that mindset. Like every day, I have to go get it. If you don't go get it, you don't eat.
Correct. Or you have to be laying a foundation, or have to be laying a step that day for something else. Don't
exactly
have to be
right.
the biggest step, but you gotta every day just make a little bit, and eventually you get there.
Let's talk about this as well, y'all. You know, I'm gonna keep drawing attention to my shirt because again, today is election day. If you have not made it out there, get out there. These are one of the very privileges that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about, you know, a privilege thinking you're better than somebody in X, Y, and Z, but you need to know even the small things are your right. This man started a business. I bet it's hard going into people's, you know, houses, especially during this time, not only because of the sickness, but because of the racial tension that's going on. You're a black man. I'm sure you're not just selling to black people. Let's talk about that for a little bit because the social climate is kind of topsy-turvy right now. And you don't want to be the person in somebody's house where everybody's thinking, oh, you know, we ain't letting him in because, you know, black folks steal or whatever like that. So how do you in turn make people comfortable with coming in? Look at this.
Well, so funny you should say that. Let's say I was doing a real estate clean in a very nice affluent area of Houston. West U. Let's go ahead and put out
West
there.
U.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So, you know, I was over in West University and I was in a home and I was kind of there kind of late. And the neighbor next door, he come looking all in the door of somebody else's home, you know. And, you know,
because he see you.
Hi, how are you? You know. Oh, I'm here with the cleaning service. Oh, okay.
Oh, now it's okay. Now it's
And
okay.
Still,
But they still had that
like,
look
I
on
don't
their face
believe it.
like, yeah.
No.
Like, I'm on somebody else's
I'm about to
Cleaning
call
your
somebody.
my business on somebody else's property where they pay tax and you all over
Here.
here.
But that's I mean, honestly, I feel like the Karens and the Toms and the Tims and the
Whoever.
that's all of them.
They all names.
They're
nowadays.
all of them are in everybody's business. But you talked a little bit earlier about how you worked in sales in corporate America. What was your sales pitch, and how do you pitch to people to get new clients as far as getting them to bring you into
because
their
we like
home?
talking business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As, with anything, a lot of people, they're buying you first. You know, you have a service, but first they're buying you. So, you know, I just, you know me, I'm pretty straight up. You need your house clean? You know,
I'm done.
Let me take care of this. Let me take care of this.
You know,
How you know you cleaning?
Yeah, you know, I know you bitch need me to come over there and clean your house for you. You know, and just strike up the conversation. You know, you never, you know, it just happens. And then also too, you know, on some of the more traditional ways, you know, I'm going to be grassroots, so I have no problem going into some of the barbershops and beauty shops where I think my clients may be, or going into churches, or you know, doing little pop-up trade shows and different stuff like that, or just
because especially right now, a little extra sanitization, ladies and gentlemen, is not gonna kill you. I promise you. You know, the safety of your children is definitely important, and your safety, so that you're here to be able to take care of them, is important. You know, a couple $100, you know, a week is, or every other week, is not going to kill you. Okay. I know that you're still out there working and doing your thing. It's going to give you peace of mind, just not having to worry about that piece.
Look, and if you don't know how to clean your baseboards, let somebody else do it who know how to
Please.
do it. Because if you don't know what
Because people
baseboard
talking about
cleaning
you.
is, you ain't cleaning right.
I was brought up on baseboard.
And, you know,
baseboard.
I've had a lady because that's all she wanted was her blinds and her baseboards clean.
Yes.
Because the
That's
dust.
it. That's all she
COVID,
wanted was her blinds and her
allergies.
baseboards.
So Marcus, where can they either find you on social media, or how can they contact you if they would like for your cleaning service to come out?
Most definitely. You can contact me. My email is tailoredtoyoucs@gmail.com. And then my mobile business number is 832-779-5404.
All right. What are some cleaning tips maybe for people who can't jump into the game of having a cleaning service? Give us one thing that people probably overlook. Because I'm gonna tell y'all, let me get real serious real quick about how serious this man come to your house, okay? This man was all on top of my refrigerator, okay? Because you know black people like to use it as a storage facility, right?
Right.
So I have a little bit of chips and stuff up there, you know. This man that took the chips, he up there cleaning. I'm like, is it dirt up there?
Yes.
But yes, he gets that, like, he really is detailed about the things, you know, even without you asking, because I would not have even thought, you know, in my mind, that's a blue moon thing. That's when you do a spring cleaning, when you get on top of the refrigerator. Okay? That's not weekly.
Not in the Williams household.
Oh, Lord.
Cassandra would walk in that house and she would go straight for the table.
That is so funny.
And make sure.
What's this?
My Cassandra
See,
did that
what
too.
had happened was, you know what, clean the whole room. I
There you go.
And then she would go to the kitchen.
Yeah.
Of course, you're gonna do what's obvious.
My mama had those brass. You remember the
Microwave.
glass?
Yeah.
You know they
The toaster.
all the little curio cabinets with all the brass in it that you had to put the
Yeah.
green stuff on
Yes.
first and then
Right.
rub it off and then shine it. I used to be like, look, this is gonna take all day.
All day.
I used to try to sit it on there the Friday night while I'm sitting and watching TV, try to put it on that Friday night and get up do it on Saturday morning. Lord help us, they used to kill me. You didn't get it all. Oh, did I stack them right? Jesus. You know.
Right. But you know what a place collects does that I think a lot of people may not think about is the top of their door.
Yeah.
That is
The
a
top of your
horrible
door.
spot.
Really, like people will wipe
Yeah.
the whole front
I
of the
wipe
door.
all my doors
But that top
down.
of that door.
Look at his face.
It
True story. When we came up, we were taught to clean every Saturday. That was the first thing we did on Saturday
Literally.
morning. Right?
That music
First thing
going.
we did. So, I followed that same tradition with my children. I said, son, I need you to clean the bathroom. He said, okay, daddy. He did the normal. Shower, bathtub, toilet. I said, son, you got to get around now.
Yeah.
Ooh, get
So
that,
I'll take
get that
everything.
grind,
And he
down,
looked-
especially in a boy's
And
bathroom.
he looked as if I was speaking in another language.
Right.
And then I said, okay. He said, he did it. Then I said, you forgot the top of the door, son.
Oh,
He
man.
went, who are you?
Right. I don't even like you anymore,
Exactly.
Father. Now you father. You're not
Yeah,
daddy.
yeah,
You
I'm not daddy, I'm
father.
father.
And that's my concept of clean too. When I'm coming to people's home, I'm like,
Yes.
I want to do it like I want to do it.
Yes.
In my home, clean is gonna be clean. You don't say, oh, you gotta move things around just
You
to get to
do.
things a little bit.
I know
in
that
my
people
opinion.
are worried about safety precautions as far as someone from the outside coming into their home. What precautions do you take when you're entering somebody's home?
As far as like the COVID or just in
Your mask,
general.
yeah, I would say
Yeah,
COVID because that's what everybody worried about right now. Let's not lie.
You go into the home with with your mask, and then you use gloves. Another thing for me, I only ask for just one person to be in the home if possible. For one, it is exposure, and two, you don't limit who we come in contact with. So just kind of know things like that
From both sides.
From both sides.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, either one of you have any more questions?
No, I'm just so excited. Can you tell everybody again where they can find you?
Most definitely. You can email me at tailoredtoucs@gmail.com. And also, I can be reached by mobile at 832-779-5404.
This is not a question, but a comment. I'm going to have you come to my house, and I'm like, you know what? Since you didn't believe me about the baby boys, I'm going to let Uncle Marvin.
Okay.
No, seriously.
He gonna come use his
Yeah, I'm going to let Uncle
finger.
Marvin come to our baby
People
boys.
gonna be thinking it's COVID. No, it's dust.
No.
It's dust. It ain't COVID. It's dust, baby. Go clean your baseboards.
Okay, you guys know that we normally pop into social unrest after this, but before we get ready to go to break, I have wait a minute now. What you got in this
We
little
got
bag?
to, I like to be a blessing, and people done been a blessing.
Wait,
So I got some little treats for all of my
Oh,
friends.
look at that.
We like
Y'all gonna be
goodies.
some,
We get some sparkle and
ambassadors for the
shine,
Taylor
ladies
We
and
like
gentlemen.
goodies.
Of course.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Marcus, thank you so much.
Gotta
You must-
spread a little
Hey,
love.
somebody,
Now, you know what
somebody
I'ma
must
do?
be getting that house cleaned. I'm just saying.
I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do.
Cleaning up the White House and cleaning up your house. Come on,
Yeah.
get your
My son is off from school today because Yes Prep is actually being used as as voting hub, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm actually going to wear
They
this
used to go
shirt
to
here
school like that?
on the way home.
There you go.
So when I walk in the door, sir, we have work to do.
I
We
know
got
that's-
we got
clean it
work to
up.
do, sir.
Taylor to you, cleaning
He gonna be like, you know
service.
what? I'm going about mama because I can't deal with this cat right here.
Y'all are so silly. Well, Marcus, thank you so
Yes,
much for
thank you.
participating on
So
I'm
much.
Just Saying
Yes.
today.
Thank you.
I know you interrupt
Y'all
my
can have me back for more fun too. I think I like talking to y'all.
That's good.
We
See?
like talking to
You
you,
relaxed
too.
already.
Look, we like talking to you too.
So I'm gonna welcome somebody up here real quick because I'm sure he probably got to get out of here. Come on, Pops.
Come
You
on,
might as well
Pop.
get in here. You might as well get in here.
I ain't bring all these shirts.
I know you didn't bring. Listen, he wasn't prepared for Marcus.
I'm working on my professionalism.
You know when people support you, when people support you, you got to support them in return. Pops has started a new pod right?
Yeah.
You got a new
Oh,
pod.
nah, see, don't do that. We're not
Yes,
gonna do
I
that.
am.
We're not gonna do that.
Yeah.
See, I'm still at the highs, talking my ish.
That's what he do. He be
I
at
talk
home
my
talking
ish.
his ish,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah.
And I just love listening to him talk his stuff. And now Savvy Savages
We in the building.
is coming out, okay, ladies
Yes.
and gentlemen. He's rolled it out. It's on YouTube. I saw that cute little
Oh, did you
video.
see that?
I seen that video, okay?
Y'all
He
go
came
check
to
that
bring
out.
me my t-shirt because
Yeah.
I had to make sure that I supported him in return because he's always on our timelines. He's always
Yes.
coming through. So tell him a little bit about what Savvy Savages is, and then we'll let you go.
Savages University is a grassroots marketing promotions company. I started from my cell phone and a lavalier mic, and I decided to come and to incorporate apparel because everybody need clothes, and it was a dream of mine, well, a vision of mine, and I had to watch it manifest. So Tennille, she'd come and bless me and say, "Hey man, I need one of those shirts." So I say, "You know what, Tennille?
Because I think I'm a savvy savage.
I don't know. She got a savage. I ain't gonna lie, we ain't gonna go there, but she be able to
I hide a lot of it for y'all, but look.
Nah, she's a go-getter. She's a go-getter. Very good.
So, baby.
Yeah, Miles, I'm here. I finally made it.
Yeah, we you know what, y'all? We gonna have to bring the virtual happy hour back because
Gosh,
it
that
was
virtual
lit.
happy
It
hour
was
was too much
lit
fun.
when we had Pops in there with us. It was off the chain. We got to bring it back.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Gotta bring
we
it
are
back.
family. Remember to support those who support you. Remember that throughout this election, it is not over today. This is when we start holding people accountable for the things they said that they were going to give us. We'll be right back. Yay!
Are you a small business owner concerned about the downturn in the economy? Top business leaders like Mattress Mac and Warren Buffett will tell you that now is the time to promote your business more than ever. People need your services. Your business needs an edge. Learn about special advertising packages for small businesses right here on Edge Radio. Find out more, give us a call at 281-744-0446. That's 281-744-0446. Edge, because truth still matters.
Every sports fan knows that the last few minutes can change the game. Texas has had record. Every sports fan knows that the last few minutes can change the game. Texas has had record voter turnout, but it's not over yet. Voting is not a spectator sport. You have the power to change the game. We need everyone to get off the bench and get involved. We can't afford 4 more years of this administration. Get out and vote this Tuesday, November 3rd. Paid for by Texas Black Democratic PAC.
When people stop talking to each other, society is on the edge. Let's bring them back. Edge Radio, because truth still matters.
The Natural Nation Network is really about taking control of your health physically, spiritually, emotionally, even intellectually, because there's so much out there in misinformation. There's a lot of people now that are suffering from all sorts of diseases that they really wouldn't have to suffer for if they had better information. And that's what we're here to do. Provide information that can save lives.
The mind and the body are totally connected.
Health can be really serious, and sometimes we just have to lighten it up a little bit while we're still providing substantive information. And my sort of mantra on the salsa dance floor is kind of similar. I tell somebody, if you make a mistake twice, it becomes a move. Okay?
Tune into Natural Nation every Tuesday at 11 a.m.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Simply Tennille. We're here at the Edge Radio Network at 415 West Gray. We love our friends and Benny's, and I loved that last interview that we just did. I hope that y'all learned something, and I hope that you don't think that your house is too messy to get started, okay? They got all levels of startup packages, okay? You can be the medium, or the heavy, because we know it's a lot of heavies out there. I still got a closet that needs to be taken care of, okay? Got stuff piled from here to wazoo. So everybody, please go out there and check out Tailored to You.
Yes.
Now it is time for the part of our show where we talk about social unrest, ladies and gentlemen. We have a lot to talk about here, okay? Walmart had taken time to pull the ammo and guns from their shelves.
Leading to the election.
Leading into the election, because they keep thinking that there's going to be some kind of backlash and this, that, and the other. Right. But let's be real. What really happened was, after Walter Wallace's situation, they pulled it from the shelves so that, let's say, people like us, I was trying to find a politically correct way to put that,
say it,
wouldn't go in there and buy the guns and ammo and retaliate.
Black folks.
They are also not releasing the entire video
of what happened, because a lot of people saw it on the internet, this, that, and the other. But they are going to release the police cam where we can actually hear what he was saying to him prior to the shooting. After the election. Did you hear that? Everything's happening after the election.
But are you really surprised, though?
I am not surprised at all, and you know that. Not at all. I understand on trying to control the social climate and not had everything just get outrageous prior to things happen. But it really is. It's too late. Ladies and gentlemen, again, I cannot say this enough today. Accountability. When people say things and then have to renege on them right in your face.
Yep.
We all make bad decisions, but can we apologize for those faulty decisions that we make? I think that we do. I think that a lot of times we're forced to apologize for those decisions. I wouldn't mind seeing a forced apology for some things,
There's a look, but then they would have to apologize for everything else that we've seen
it'll
over this year.
It'll be a domino effect. When you apologize for one, you have to come right behind that and right behind that.
Yeah,
you're right.
I was just having this conversation with someone yesterday that we haven't seen a emotionally charged election like this probably ever in our lifetime. We've seen things that have gotten close. We've seen things get close with the transition from Obama to Trump, with maybe even Bush and Gore
Yeah.
But we have not seen it
Never
to where,
at this magnitude. You're right.
where either if he wins or if he loses, there's going to be
It's
some
gonna be something,
retaliation.
yeah.
And I think withholding makes it worse. It'd be easier if you were to just let all the information out, get it out there, let everyone get through those emotions, and maybe a lot of that focus would actually be on getting justice for that situation instead of what's going to come after. Because now
I don't think that anybody believes that there's going to be any justice, if you will, for these situations.
There won't.
They have constantly been saying that these people are in their right, they're feeling threatened and X, Y, and Z, and they're in the parameters of their job. So I don't think that anybody thinks that there is going to be any justice. They just want their voices to be heard at this point.
You know what's crazy? So actually, I was looking at our comments, and Ashley, she said she works at Amazon, and she's been seeing a lot more gun accessories coming through the warehouse.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ashley, for that. I would have to say, you know, we are definitely a gun packing house. After the 20-year-old girl, you know, we talked about Biden's bus, you know, being harassed. Not only was Biden harassed, there was a 20-year-old girl who went viral yesterday because it was sad. I can't imagine my sons or my daughter being out there by themselves and a mob of angry people bothering them because they had a bumper sticker on her car. She had a Black Lives Matter sticker on her car. A swarm of people surrounded her vehicle, would not let her out, came up trying to snatch her phone out of her hand. It's ridiculous, you know, some of the things that are going on right now.
At the end of the day, it just speaks to the sad mindset of our people as a whole.
It looks like they've been waiting for an out to be able to have this
that's
voice
true,
of their own.
Your voice and your opinion is just that. It's yours. You don't have to like it, respect it. You don't have to hurt anybody. Let's just move on. But of course, we have those small-minded people who don't think like that, which is where we are now.
All right. So we had a couple of bills passed, you know, to kind of keep people from keep the police from doing certain things. So out in Philadelphia, you know, the tear gas and all that kind of stuff is supposedly out. Do I feel like if something gets out of control, it's gonna go out the window?
Yeah, they're gonna find a loophole.
Yeah,
they're gonna use whatever force they feel is necessary at the time. They're going to use whatever weapons they have at their disposal. It's just going to be that. So I want to tell everybody, no matter how this goes, please remember the first thing, your children have been listening to every single thing that you've been saying. They have very much so been a part of this political process because every TV is showing and saying all these different things. They are hearing so many conversations, not only about politics, but about race. Make sure that if your party does not win, you still in turn talk to your child about the importance of carrying on, okay? Carrying on whatever comes next. You know, there's got to be a plan for either way. Either way, there has to be that in your household. Then outside of the household, again, I say keep people accountable. Hold people responsible for what they tell us they're going to do, the promises that they made.
It's crazy to think that in this generation, that I'm going to have some of the same experiences as my grandmother did when it came to the civil rights movement, right? To think of this year, it's crazy to think that, like, when you really just sit back and look at everything that has gone on this year, it's like, whoa, we've had some of the same experiences.
Correct.
And so when we've been having this conversation about I'm not my ancestors and I'm not this and that.
We're not built to be beaten and whatever else, but at the same time, the mental battery that goes on, the being pat on the head and saying you're pretty for a black girl, that stuff still happens. That happened to me.
Oh, yeah.
This is not something that happened, 60 years ago. That's happened to me. I went to Texas A&M University. When I got there, they were still throwing beer cans out of the back of the truck and calling you, that word.
I've been called that word
so
too.
So let's not act like this is so far and removed and that we're not dealing with things. We are very much so dealing with things. It's more of a mental battle, and when you're going to say something and when you're not. Today I decided to wear this shirt when I knew everybody was going to be watching because of the political situation that's going on right now. And I do very much so feel like you need to remember what your privileges are. Those privileges are your God-given right. You are a person just like everybody else out there. You can choose to make decisions when you want to choose to make those decisions and push them forward.
Yeah.
You know, you got to have your own agenda. Everybody's got to have a plan.
I love that.
And hopefully you got a team together to do it.
I love that you talked about parents making sure that they're having these conversations with their children, especially since we're going into the holidays where it's an emotionally charged time and people go into depression and start feeling lonely, especially those that are single and that are going through the next phase of being at home by themselves because holidays
it looks
aren't
like
the
we're about to
same
have
anymore.
another shutdown, you know?
So it is important. Talk to your children, just check on your loved ones, check on the ones check on your older
the
family
people that
members.
have been in these areas where these hurricanes, they are definitely struggling right now due to the fact that money was already tight.
Yep.
Now there's a sickness out here.
Yep.
Now there's hurricanes out here. You know, if we're not in the last of days, I don't know what. I mean, plague after plague. You know,
last days of America.
I used to ask my grandmother, when I was little, why is this happening? Why is that happening? She would always say, if you live long enough, you'll see.
Yeah.
She would always say that. Just live long enough. Everything that we're going through, you're going to have to deal with it. Just live long enough to see it. And we are.
So let's not allow everything to repeat itself. We don't want to wind up in a bad situation. Continue. Remember, I'm very much a supporter of family and making sure that your camp is okay. If we would start taking care of our camp, we wouldn't have to worry about ourselves as a whole because we would be connected to those people. We would know who our people are. We would know who is there and representing the same things that we represent because we would be bound to them because we would be in that social bubble, if you will. I'm very much so about taking care of your family, your loved ones. Everybody's not going to do right. Every family member is not going to be on the same page as you.
That's that village
But you need to know who your people are.
Right. The village. Exactly. Absolutely.
Anything else y'all want to talk about this social unrest and the Trump trains and because things are starting to spread. We've got a lot of states right now that are in that little iffy period that could possibly flip over one side or the other.
Have the possibility.
I could not believe Texas was on the list.
We are like close to going
that we could flip. Definitely not Florida. Definitely not.
They were both at 48.1 as of this morning.
Okay.
So yeah, we could go either way.
So
I'm excited to see what's going to happen today.
It's just different. It's just very different for a person like me. This is just very different.
She said it purple.
Texas is going purple. Okay, y'all need to go green. Just go green.
Just pick a random color and throw it out there. Boop, anything.
No, but seriously, guys, go vote. If you know somebody who hasn't voted, if you know someone who may need a ride, go on your lunch break. Ask your boss if you can take some time to take them up there. If you know any elderly people, throw them all in a car. First, sanitize. Make sure that you do not have COVID. Throw them in the car with you. Make sure they are protected. Take them. Be a support to your community, to your family members, like she said, to your village. Make sure you take care of your people. Let their voices be heard. Also be safe because cops are out everywhere in Houston, Texas.
Everywhere
in Houston, Texas. There will be a lot of drinking, and I just want you guys to be safe.
Yeah, because they got to get juiced up, That's what they do.
I know a lot of people who are like, I'm getting champagne no matter what.
Again, I'm very excited. I can't wait to see it on the news this evening, or if I get some clips. I cannot wait to see the horseback riders go out. Hopefully I don't miss it while I'm here on the show. Can't wait for them to go out and vote while they are out there on horseback. I just would love that. Texas, that'll be a really good look. I can't wait. We've had a lot of fun during this election season. We've had a lot to talk about. I have to say that. That's what I'm going to say. We've had a lot of really good conversation during this and surrounding this. So I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. Remember, we are here at The Edge. If you would like to be a sponsor of the show, because we are going to continue to push forward with the mission, please make sure that you reach out to us. You can DM The Edge. You can DM I'm Just Saying. You can even call me personally at 214-289-0195. We can't wait to talk to you. If you have a small business that you'd like to have on the show, we would also love to have you in our small business highlight. So we're super happy about that and being able to invite you down here to 415 West Gray Street. We had an event this weekend where everybody got to meet the different personalities from here at The Edge, and I just can't wait. We've got some big things coming up here into the end of the year, and next year can't do anything but go up because this year has just Lord, it's been in the trash, but it's been a fairly decent trash because I think people got a lot closer to their families, and I'm happy about that.
Yeah,
things have changed for the positive in one sense, and lots of negative as well.
It was funny because we had to turn our clock back Sunday.
Correct.
And everybody was like, "Really? I have to endure another hour?" of 2020. I'm like, unfortunately.
Somebody had posted that they
We
wanted to
got it
go
back.
all the way back to 2019. I said, and then relive 2020.
And then
I think not.
no.
I'm gonna need to fast forward to
I'll pass.
2021.
I'll pass.
Let's try something new
Yeah,
that
let's
we've
try
not
something
seen
new.
before.
No, we good on that one, cuz.
Ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, we are going to do just a little bit of sports talk, and we've got a movie scoop for you. So make sure you sit right there, and we'll be right back.
Every sports fan knows that the last few minutes can change the game. Texas has had record voter turnout, but it's not over yet. Voting is not a spectator sport. You have the power to change the game. We need everyone to get off the bench and get involved. We can't afford 4 more years of this administration. Get out and vote this Tuesday, November 3rd. Paid for by Texas Black Democratic PAC.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, liftoff.
Don't push me because I'm close to the edge.
I'm trying not to lose my head.
Hey, this is the Talk About Unity show where I bring the talk.
And I bring the unity.
And together we talk about unity. Unity is what matters.
Come on.
And right now in our country, that's what we've got to do. So we do that here at Talk About Unity on the Edge Radio Network. Be with us every week.
It's going to be awesome. It always is. And I tell you what, the more we seek first to understand, then be understood, we make progress.
And we like to do that. And that's why everybody's on the brink. We love what we do at Edge Radio because everybody's on the edge. We bring them back from the edge and we bring the unity. So we're just glad to Edge Radio Network every Tuesday morning, 10 a.m. Talk about unity because here at Edge Radio Network, truth still matters.
We back. No. I just had to say
I could have did that one, y'all.
You could have did that?
I
I hope
coulda
not.
did
I
that.
hope he
We
couldn't
back.
have, ladies and gentlemen. I hope he couldn't have. We're back, America. Thank you so much for watching our show because we are nothing without you. I'm Just Saying Live is in the building. Please make sure you follow us on social media at IJS Live on Instagram and I'm Just Saying Live on Facebook. We need your comments, especially we need your Tennille's touchy subjects.
Ooh.
And guess what?
And we got to address y'all right real quick.
Oh.
Y'all are friends with Benny's.
I love y'all.
We love y'all.
We do.
We love y'all. We
really
need to see y'all in the building.
Yeah, so I'm glad Pops dropped by to personally drop me off my t-shirt
dude,
for Savvy
Pops.
Savages.
Yes.
Girl, when you hear him talk, girl, you just gonna laugh.
I can already tell.
Oh my gosh, he's a mess. He is a mess, but he does speak a good message, and it's a power to the people. But it's good.
Good,
I love it.
Dude. Good cat, dude.
Sports talk, Vanderbilt. What's going on in sports? Are people paying attention, or are they watching the sports on this election? Because this election is the sporting event. If you will.
I mean, everybody's watching sports. Unfortunately, there are still teams that are losing.
Losing.
Yeah, of course, the Cowboys lost again.
But that means somebody's winning. It might not be our teams, but I looked at the Cowboys' record was 2-6. I was like, yeah.
And we could actually still win the NFC East with a 2-6 record.
I would just since everybody else's season has been in the trash, I would have liked for us to really shine through this time. I thought y'all were gonna be more prepared,
I thought we were too, honestly. By the talk of the summer, I was like, okay, we probably gonna come back ready and strong. We got pretty good defense. I'm like, all right, we're gonna be all right.
But think about it though. You lose your starting quarterback. You lose half of your offensive line. And then what do you
help us, Jesus?
Yeah. I mean, it's just snowball. Is it thing after thing after thing. The one big thing in sports that all of the sports are doing right now is everybody, like you said, is gearing towards today. Okay, everybody's still using their voices. They're still using their platforms, for this last minute push.
Yeah.
So LeBron did an interview yesterday where he talked about how Obama helped facilitate them staying, in the bubble.
Okay.
And now he's still helping them, with the fight in the vote. So that's where they are right now. There's nothing else really going on.
What you said? There is nothing else really going on.
Speaking of
the
LeBron,
Speaking of LeBron, what's going on?
I feel
because I want to talk about somebody else, and I'm not going to put his name out there.
Our president had the nerve, and I'm not a LeBron fanatic. I'm not,
because there are very much people who are LeBron fanatics.
Yeah, it's like the Bay Hive and the Bron Hive.
Yes.
LeBron, whatever.
Right.
The Bron people. Whatever y'all are. I don't know what group you guys are, but we love LeBron. Okay. The president had the nerve to come for LeBron. Like, why?
Because people respect him, and they asked him, to speak at the same time that Trump had the rally out that way, and they wanted him to speak on behalf. But I guess he's not Lil Wayne. He's not jumping on the Trump train, and so he had to talk down on somebody so they could get his social media attention.
Not only that, I mean, let's call it what it is. LeBron is the face of the NBA, literally. So he's using his platform. He's using his voice to speak out not only on social injustice, but voting. So you can't help but to hate on him.
In sports and politics have always been a thing in our country, and people who typically do not like other voices to be heard always say, just take the politics out and just play the game. Well, we've never been able to play the game. It was always politics for us to even be able to play the game. And so when you have someone who is the leader of a lot of emotionally charged racial
and he's a good
comments.
Character on the flip side, ladies and gentlemen.
He's
they always want somebody.
I honestly think that's why they attack him so much.
They want somebody who is out there wilding and doing the most and messing over his wife and got, all these extra kids and whoopty. LeBron is not that guy. He's doing great things in the community. He is a school, he is doing some really great things. And I just think that draws attention to him. Mm-hmm. And so more people come for him, trying to find a chink in the chain.
How can you hit on somebody who's sending kids to college for free?
Woo! Jesus.
It's that easy. But the narrative is that we don't support our own communities and we don't educate our children. But when we do have the resources, you call them fraud. And I just wanted to, I think that was one of the biggest things that really got on my nerves about sports. Because right now there's really not much sports.
Really not much going on. And we want everybody out there to definitely stay safe. I have been seeing in the stands that the stands are still empty. at a lot of these events, and the commentators are making tons of jokes about it, about the crowds going wild and this, that, and the other.
The crowd is going wild.
But that's part of their job, is to keep us involved and to keep us intertwined in these things. So I think that it's funny. I'm glad that they're getting to reach a little bit.
Yeah.
And, they're actually getting to show more of their skill because they have to talk more. They have to say the different things that are going on when we can hear the camera.
I think what's going to
shots.
happen once we get closer to playoff time, we're going to see increased attendance in the stands. Because there are some places right now that have up to 7,500 or even 10,000 in the stadiums.
Okay.
So I think, this is my personal opinion. What they're going to do is they're going to say, okay, we have 10,000 here, and how many people have tested positive? Because they're actually robots cleaning the stadiums now.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
like Walmart. I hate that big
robots,
thing coming around through
They're
there.
robots actually cleaning
at the
the
Wally
stadiums.
World.
So I think what's going to happen is if they can keep the pandemic in that particular area down to a minimum, you're gonna see an increase in attendance because that's money.
Here's my next thing. Super Bowl makes a ton of money, just like
Exactly.
Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. I got my thing for me to sign up for my schedule for Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, and I'm like, are we still doing that? Like, are you kidding me? They're going to find a way, just like with the Super Bowl, to still bring money to these locations.
Absolutely.
Because these people have set their entire city up to encourage all these people to come, and now it's about to be a loss for money. I don't know how
it's just
these things are going to go or how they're going to play out.
It's a much bigger.
It's going to be interesting to watch.
It's a much bigger picture because you have the television money that's being affected. All these things, the collective bargaining agreements that are out there, all that. If we don't get people in the stands, all of that's being affected.
Okay.
So you're right. You're gonna have to figure out a way to not get all of it, but at least get a good chunk. Because because at the end of the day, you're dealing with owners, but you're dealing with athletes who are brands now, and they want their money.
They want their money.
They want their money.
Period. Because they're under contract. They got to give them their money.
Period.
That's that.
Period.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we normally move from sports to our movie scoop, but guess what? I've just been watching stuff and I've not been remembering the name. We've definitely
At least she's being honest.
We've definitely still been watching movies. I know that there's several movies out there. We did tell you about Bad Hair. I cannot wait to watch this movie. I think it's going to be fun and enjoyable for everybody. We did watch a movie and it was really good. And right now the name has completely lost.
Black Box?
Was it Black Box? No,
Police
it wasn't. No, we didn't watch that one either. Not that one. No,
So good.
we didn't do that. It was good, so it wound up being good. Okay, great. But I want y'all to remember that is part of continue to be inside of your social bubble. There's some great movies out for kids as well. Keep your social bubble tight. I know that people are going out still and doing different things. We remind you to stay safe, mask up, mask your kids up, okay? Please, Jesus. What I wanted to talk about while we're talking about the masses because of COVID-19, 9.9 million people, ladies and gentlemen, are not up to date on their rent and their mortgages right now. 9.9 million have asked for extensions. It's getting scary out here. I know everybody, I always talk about how I used to live in a bubble. This year has been very different for me, trying to, reach out and be parts of other communities and things like this. I used to live in a bubble. I didn't feel like other people's things affected me as long as I kind of kept my camp together and I put my money into my own camp trying to get them right, okay? 9.9 million people could possibly, if they were to reverse some of these laws and rules, could be potentially homeless right now because they're behind. Homes could be taken. And I mean, that's scary. That's tons of families who are not being able to pay their bills.
There was
right
just
now.
a $40 million bill approved for the city of Houston as Catholic Charities, I want to say .org.
Okay.
They did it last month. Of course, they first come, first serve, and now they're doing it again this month. I mean, but the thing is, the COVID numbers are so high that businesses are not taking the chance of bringing people back. They either want you to stay home or they're laying you off. So as long as you're laying people off, these are the situations that we're being put in. Literally.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is definitely a scary situation out here. Again, I repeat, the people who are making the decisions for you are the people that you are voting into office right now. So I hope you chose wisely. Let's say that.
Absolutely.
I hope that you chose wisely. We are here at the Morning Edge, and we hope we're adding a little bit of edge to your morning. You know, when you're having those coffee talks in there in the break room, make sure that you include the edge in these conversations. Remember to spread them on. That is why we are here. That is why we show you new businesses every week. We don't want to have to stop doing that. So please, please, please remember, encourage your friends and family to be a part of this show. We can't wait to tell everybody about their businesses as well. Okay, so since I didn't have any movies for y'all, and I am talking about social unrest, I'm talking about y'all not being able to pay your bills, we need to put out here that while we're talking about COVID, Delta Airlines has banned 460 customers from getting on their planes. Listen to this. Why don't y'all want to put y'all mask on while y'all around that many people?
I don't know why people feel like they are above anybody's regulations.
Like I said, at this point, they've just gotten careless.
It's not careless. They blatantly just disrespectful.
460.
I didn't want to say
they
that.
They put y'all on the list.
Disrespectful.
What are y'all gonna do when the bans are lifted and this, that, and the other, and y'all still can't get on the plane because you've been banned from the airport?
Step to the side, please.
Step to the side, please. We need to talk to you.
We need to talk to you.
Hey, you don't know how to follow no rules, so you ain't never getting back on.
Okay, so Van also has a little bit of a beard. You know, they call November No Shave Ember, if that's how you pronounce that. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody's already scruffy. Everybody's already scruffy because people haven't been going people have not been going to the barbershops as regular. I think I'm kind of feeling it. Are we all in on these beards that people have been rocking? I think I'm in.
I'm gonna grow mine out.
Charlie, don't you start nothing because they'll be swearing. You know what? I knew someone, right? You know, they'll be all kind of making mess. You know, it'll be all kind of stuff. You know how people
y'all know
do.
what them whiskers are.
This girl,
she don't. She ain't got no hair on her face.
Oh,
thank you.
I got a whisker. And I'm gonna let it grow. You gonna let yours grow?
It's already growing. I just got gray feeling in there. I'm going for the old salt and pepper look.
Oh my god!
You got your little whiskers in.
But you gonna come through like Rick Ross by the end of the month?
Is this our last segment? No. Oh, it is.
No.
Oh, okay, great. I was just making sure.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let it grow. And okay, well, let me say this: if you are going to let your beard grow, men, this is to all of my men.
Listen,
please take care of your beard. Proper grooming, okay?
Is that your mental health segment for today?
That's my mental health segment for today.
I know
that's my mental health segment for today.
Said nothing yet.
Okay.
And you know
self-care is the best care, man.
Yeah, thank you. See,
if you trying to give some thanks and you trying to get under the mistletoe with somebody, don't nobody want something nasty.
If you trying to follow la.
Vince,
la.
Well, Vince, we're not going to drag this out. We hope that you're ready for us because we need to go to a break.
If you have a beard oil or beard shampoo company that would like to sponsor this show for the holidays and No Shave November, make sure that you follow us at I'm Just Saying Live on Facebook and IJS Live on
Can't too. We need to holler at you.
We'll be back.
Every sports fan knows that the last few minutes can change the game. Texas has had record voter turnout, but it's not over yet. Voting is not a spectator sport. You have the power to change the game. We need everyone to get off the bench and get involved. We can't afford 4 more years of this administration. Get out and vote this Tuesday, November 3rd. Paid for by Texas Black Democratic PAC.
Welcome back to I'm Just Saying Live right here at the Edge Radio TV network. Ladies and gentlemen, we have had a wonderful show today. We have covered all the bases of all of the important topics right now. You know, between Charlie and myself and Vanderbilt and coming up with this material, we hope you love it. Okay, we're bringing it right to you, to your I was about to say to your front door, but I guess to your cell phone.
Right, to your cell,
you know?
to your bed.
To your bed, you know.
Whatever
That's the
mobile
perfect place to
device
be
you
for this
have.
morning.
Wherever your phone is at. With
Exactly.
You.
So this is our fun part of the show where we do Tennille's touchy subjects, ladies and gentlemen. Woo-hoo! Y'all heard that
Did
in
you
the
hear
back.
Fred and Benny in the
Y'all
back?
did that. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into this,
Let's
okay?
jump right into this.
Dear Tennille, guess what? My baby mama, first of all, I don't like the way he said that, okay?
My baby,
but that's clearly what she is. My baby mama called and asked me to have another baby with her. She knows full well I have moved on and I am in a healthy relationship. But here's the dilemma. My new woman doesn't want more children. And I'm not completely out on the idea. But my crazy ex says it doesn't make sense to have more than one baby daddy. So now she's getting older and has not resettled. I think he's thinking he's going to take 2 on. What y'all think? It sounds like he think he's going to take 2 on.
I don't understand.
Let's keep moving with this. He did say my crazy ex. So it's already somebody that he's out. The verdict is really out. But it sounds like he wants another baby. And I can't blame him for that piece. And I guess the girl is right. If you're going to have a sorry baby daddy, you might as well just have one. So, ladies and gentlemen, I need you to take it to the comments right now.
Bruh.
Right now, Vanderbilt, before you say anything, please, ladies and gentlemen, post your comments. I know that you have something to say about this. He is thinking about going back to his ex-wife to have another baby. They already have one, clearly. Things didn't go well. They are separated and he has moved on. What is the new woman going to think about this? Ladies and gentlemen, post it in the comments right now. We have a gentleman that needs our assistance.
Vanderbilt, you got this.
Charlie said, do you got this?
Do it.
Listen, Vanderbilt.
Bruh. Don't.
What's one more baby? What's one more baby, Vanderbilt? He want a baby? The girl is clearly helping take care of the other baby as well. So.
Okay, so when the let's just
Charlie
say
is over there in her
let's
thoughts,
just
trying
say
to
he
figure-
gets with her and he has another baby. Okay, number one, that's more income coming out of their household. First of all, okay, and she's gonna feel some type of way because guess why? You have a new baby, even though you signed off on this foolery. Okay, now you have a new baby with her that you have to spend time with, and you're gonna have to be there with her and that baby. Do you think that woman gonna sit there and just roll over and take all that? Bruh,
that's a strong one.
Do it.
That would be a strong one right there. I know several women that have done it. You know, they didn't authorize the baby making, and they did it.
Okay.
So if it was authorized, maybe it might be something someone can deal with.
Okay.
Come on through, Charlie. Come through, Charlie.
Come on, homegirl.
So you in a healthy relationship, bro? And you still over here having conversations about making babies with your baby mom? Like, my thing is like, if
he
it's
said that the
not
baby mama was
about-
crazy though, so maybe she just blurted it out, or.
But you're considering it. Because a man that shuts something down shuts it down. There's no more conversation. But you brought it to us. So this is why we're having this conversation with you now, sir. Okay, so I just want to know all the factors. So, okay, you're in a new relationship. Are you married? Are
Not
you
married.
Okay, not married. So
he said in a relationship. He did not say he
just in a healthy relationship.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're not married. So this is just me.
And she has not resettled, so she's not married either.
Okay, so then why does it matter what girlfriend has to say if you really want to have another baby? And another thing is, why you don't have to have sex with them. We have sperm donors all the time. It needs to be like an agreement. Like, there needs to be a contract. If you guys are agreeing to have this other baby, because if you're doing this for your ex.
He's saying crazy, and so I keep going back to that because that means they clearly don't get along already with the first baby.
I don't think
I
she's
just
that
think
crazy.
you would be bringing some extra drama into the. You don't think she's that crazy?
I don't think she's that crazy. For you to bring it to us and you haven't shut it down, she's not that crazy, because something about it is enticing to you that you even want to bring it to us to help you make this decision, sir.
What I'm thinking he's doing is he's using crazy in a loose term, as in
an scapegoat.
Right.
But you know what they say about that crazy?
Exactly. So my thing is this, okay?
That wop. That crazy wop be the best wop.
Good morning.
I got wop be gone. Gotcha. Okay. But no, if you have a crazy ex-girlfriend, ex-wife, whatever she is, it's obvious that y'all have some type of differences, whether it have been financial,
because the relationship was severed. Correct.
Right. Okay. So you're gonna bring another baby into that type of situation again?
I would like a baby to be brought into a healthy situation where it has both of its parents in the same household, whether or not its brother or sister, is the same, all the way. Come on now. I'm gonna need it to be a healthy situation when you bring a baby into it, and that's my thoughts on it.
You can DM me at I am Vanderbilt. I will talk to you personally.
We do have some comments before we end up leaving
let's
out of
go.
here. Ashley said, that's crazy. Don't do it. It's not worth dealing with the ex for another infant. And then Max said, well, if he wants another kid, that's up to him and his relationship. But if the ex is crazy, why deal with crazy again?
Why deal with crazy again? Because I'm going to tell you, I'm sure that you have been thinking about it. You really need to shut that down. I know that you can't completely stop the conversations because you have another baby to deal with, but I definitely would not get into the situation where there's maybe more child support, more arguments over, and if it's a son, you may want your son to come stay with you. Can you imagine if somebody's out to get a check? They're not about to let that baby go anywhere.
Yeah.
So I think that this is going to cause tons and tons of more issues.
Contracts.
My final thought on the thing is steer clear. Maybe talk to your girlfriend if that's not a situation that she's ready to get into with having a baby with you. Maybe you need to fix that relationship too, because maybe it's not as healthy as you think.
Maybe be by yourself. Be
But
by yourself.
But what does this actually say about her? I mean, I don't know any women that would even entertain this. If you actually are going to bring to me that you want to go back to your
that shows
ex,
that she's a little crazy.
Right. They go back to
or
your
she's
ex.
comfortable enough to ask for him to impregnate her again.
I guess
They've been
you're right.
practicing.
Guess she said their first baby was cute.
Bro, don't do it. Sis, keep it moving.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you have definitely enjoyed the show today. Remember that we are right here each and every Tuesday and Thursday at 8:30 a.m. And we cannot thank you enough for the support that you've given us.
Yes.
We've been making a real big shine out here in the city. Keep inviting us to your events. We love to know what's going on. If you need to simply DM us, it is too easy, and we'll be there. I mean, there's four of us total. We will definitely pop up, and we'll support you as long as you support us. So remember to keep it close. And this is I'm Just Saying, and we'll see you on Thursday. Be safe. What's today?